you're a marathoner or distance runner that has foot pain or wants to prevent foot pain, listen up. So first thing I would recommend is that if you're having foot pain, I want you to drop back in volume, which is super hard. Most distance runners just want to keep adding volume if possible. And so the first recommendation would be drop back to drop back 10 to 25% of their total volume. So if let's say you've got a 50-mile week, I want you to drop back 5 miles, that's 10%, or 12.5 miles if that's 25%. So essentially that decreases your total stress so that your body can help recover. Intensity, the speed makes the biggest difference. So if you cut back on pace, that will give you the most relief, or at least the fastest likelihood for improvement. But the combination of reducing pace, decreasing the quality, as well as the total volume will significantly decrease the stress on your muscles and help you recover much faster. So one note is that if you're a distance runner having foot pain, stress fracture is a common thing, and most distance runners think, oh, that could never happen to me, but I see it often enough that it's a good idea just to have it checked out. So if you're having foot pain, especially if it's lingering, then just go see a healthcare provider and rule out stress fracture. So you've got to strengthen all around your foot and lower shin. So you want to make sure, most people are over dominant on their medial gastroc, their calf, and need to strengthen their lateral gastroc and peroneus much more, excuse me, as well as their plantar flexors or toe flexors in their foot. So most of the time when you're doing strength training, I want you to go from outside heel to inside toe, because that's how most people are running anyways, as well as we'll show you in a little bit on a rocker board, but you also want to strengthen the anterior tibialis by dorsiflexing this way. So why don't we go through each of those exercises. So when you're stretching the calf, if you want to target the outside, you want to rotate your foot a little bit like this, where you're at a slight angle where the outside gets a little bit more stretcher when you're in this position, and you can bend the knee also, and that will give you a little bit more stretch there. Most people stretch on the outside. Most people, when they are straight on like this, will feel a little bit more stretch on the medial, the inside portion of their calf, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that you certainly need to stretch the outside a little bit more so that when your foot hits the ground and you start to bend here, that your foot doesn't automatically roll in and pronate excessively. So one of the best exercises for strengthening peroneus, the calf, as well as the deep flexors of the toes is getting on a slant board like this at an angle. So that will stimulate your peroneus longus on the outside here a little bit more. So you would start on your heel, and then you would roll to your forefoot, where as you get all of your weight onto this first toe here, you then push down with your toes into the pad and then slowly back down. I like to typically tell people to do a 2-second rep here. So 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. When you get to the top, you're pushing down with your first two toes, and then back. So you're really just rocking up to the forefoot, going up, and slowly down and back like that. So the next one and last one is to strengthen your dorsiflexors. So just pointing up, if you have a slant board like this, just slowly rocking up, slowly rocking down like that. Or if you're against a wall, you put 1 foot here, 1 foot there, lean up against the wall, and just dorsiflex like this. Now I would only recommend doing it this way if you've got a pad or something on your heel, because you can bruise your heel and cause some irritation to some nerves as well as to the bones in your heel. All right, I hope you like those exercises. For 80% of you, those exercises will help and should decrease your pain and get you feeling better. For the other 20% of you, if any of that isn't working and you still need some help, give us a call. We'd love to help and get you feeling better.